Maeklong train market was pretty cool, lots of market vendors of seafood and souvenirs. Very cool to see train coming through. Amphawa Floating Market had many food places and souvenir shops. It was a private boat tour and it was interesting to see the fireflies. One of the best packages I've availed for this trio. Go Travel really impressed us. The tour guide was very accommodating and provided necessary information on the places we visited. An enjoyable experience at the train market, seeing the train coming and all the stall quickly giving way for the train to pass through. The boat ride was so thrilling, night scenery was beautiful and watching the fireflies was a delightful experience. The pick-up and drop-off were on time and swift. Driver was nice and helpful. Recommended. It was a great experience and the food was very good. They offer a variety of food. And fantastic view along the market, hugging face emoji, romantic face emoji. Heart hands emoji. Is a very interesting experience. I think is worth the trip and let the kids experience. I participated alone. Although there is no tour guide, there is no need for a tour guide in these two places. Fireflies are totally invisible. It's a difficult place to get to on your own, so I was right to sign up for this tour. They also take you to Maeklong Railway Market at a time when you can see the train twice. It wasn't firefly season, so there were only a few fireflies, but it was great to be able to ride a boat at dusk. I'm very satisfied with this trip. The meeting place is easy to find and the car responsible for picking up and dropping off is also comfortable. The most important thing is that the Thai people who received us are very kind and great. The two destinations we visited were also very fun. We could integrate into the local culture and experience Thai life. Overall, it was very worthwhile. I had originally booked a plan without a tour guide, but since there were no other applicants, the tour could not proceed as planned, so I was informed that it was okay to change to a plan with a tour guide, which was scheduled to proceed as the number of people had gathered, and I was very grateful that they changed my plan to include a tour guide. The tour guide guided me in both Chinese and English, and although I was not very confident in my English skills, thanks to his careful guidance, I was able to participate until the last part of the tour, watching the fireflies. Also, since it was a weekend that day, the Amphawa Floating Market was also held, so I was grateful that I was able to skip the cafe on the way and spend more time at the Amphawa Market. At Maeklong Market, I was able to see the trains passing by twice on the way there and back, and I was satisfied with being able to shop at both markets, including the Amphawa Market. Although the fireflies were not flying around, I was able to watch them quietly lighting up in several spots, and since it was my first time watching fireflies, I was glad that I was able to see them safely. The lighting up was very beautiful. The Maeklong Market next to the Maeklong River will have trains passing by at fixed times. The train slowly enters the market, forming a classic scene that is worth coming back. We only had a driver, no tour guide, so once we reached the destination, we had to just explore around by ourselves. It was a great experience exploring the floating market and train market outside of Bangkok. A different side of Thailand. The fireflies were amazing too. Thoroughly enjoyed myself in this half-day trip. Went to 3 places. The floating market is not what I expected though. Thought there will be some merchants selling on boat but all are sold on the floating platform. A highly recommended itinerary. There is no tour guide in the itinerary. But since I visited the railway market and the floating market by myself, I don't think a tour guide is really needed. The driver is very friendly and will remind you to gather at each point. There is enough time for everyone to go shopping at each point. It is a very leisurely and comfortable itinerary without feeling empty. The firefly part is a bit of a pity. I thought I could see a lot, but the number is relatively scarce. It may also be that it is not yet the time for them to be really active. It is more like playing Find the Power. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.